Guess what? That's no surprise. We already knew that. And probably 90% of the pro bodybuilders and top elite bodybuilders out there on the national level do the same thing. I'm in there. And then other people will take, further, I guess you could say, site injection to the next level by using site injection oils. And this can be used cosmetically to enhance the look of these muscles. Now, like an artist, there are good artists and there are bad artists. And I've said this a million times before. And if you do a good job and no one can tell, then you get away with it.
Guys, my name is Tom, and I want to respond to Dave Palumbo, RX Muscle's video about synthol, and basically I just want to, respond to some comments he made and stuff like that. So I want to discuss about synthol use in today's age. So Dave basically said that, synthol or SEOs, site enhancement oils, have been used in the early ages of bodybuilding. Okay, he exposed Flex Wheeler, and I guess Flex Wheeler confessed about it.
Wheeler admitted to injecting every single body part with Essiclean back in the 90s. Every body part, hit back, abs, everything. But it looked good. It flowed well with his physique, and it didn't detract, and it didn't look like ridiculous. Okay, so once again, we live in a sport of performance enhancing agents, whether they be for building muscle, whether they be cosmetic fillers. It doesn't matter. If it's breast implants that have bigger boobs, fine. If it's a pec implant that you can't tell is there on a man, then you got away with it. Same thing with calf implants. If it looks ridiculous, you're going to get marked down. If it doesn't, no one knows you have it, then you're going to get away with it. That's just the way it goes. It's who are the best artists out there?
That Flex Wheeler used to inject Essiclean, if I said it properly, throughout his whole body, his abs, his arms, his whole body, in order to enhance his physique. So when I heard that, that was like the tipping point of the whole thing. That really hit me hard, because like we idolize all these old school bodybuilders and the golden age of bodybuilding and stuff like that. But just to know that, all these old bodybuilders have used some type of SEO is absurd. It's pretty haunting in my opinion, because like I said, we idolize these people. We think like they are the best of the best, and they put in the hard work, and they have much more, they strive for bodybuilding much more better back in the day compared to today, if that makes any sense, because we thought they put in more hard work. We thought, since they didn't have phones or technology, that they were just super dialed into bodybuilding. That wasn't the case. People were injecting oils and some type of chemicals into their muscles to artificially enhance their growth, their muscle growth, the muscle density, the muscle roundness, and stuff to that nature. And basically, Dave RX Muscle said that, it's okay. It's okay. It's normal. It's part of the game, because bodybuilding is a beauty pageant show, which I completely agree. It is a beauty pageant show. And he said that, but basically, if it looks suspicious, if you did it improperly, if it looks absurd, right, then you should be DQ'd and or marked down.
Are very, very smart individuals. They can see when body parts are shot up, and they know that people shoot body parts up. But if it looks ridiculous and it's sticking out and it's got an angle or a bump on it, they're going to mark it down. They have to. They only judge what they see up there. They're not. If it looks suspicious and it's lumpy and bumpy, they're going to mark them down for that. If it's not and it's well done and it flows with the rest of their body, then they're not.
Dramatically, because that doesn't look good for a bodybuilding show, right? Like, he didn't say it should be prohibited. He didn't say it should be a person should be DQ'd or anything like that. He didn't mention anything like that. He basically said that, you could get away with SEOs if you do it properly and if it's not noticeable. So if it doesn't look noticeable, as in if it doesn't look droopy, gloopy, if it doesn't look big, pointy, or distorted in general, then you could get away with it and you could perhaps win a show. But here's my response, okay? So if that's the case, if SEOs are allowed, which they're not, okay, so it should be enforced upon, right? If SEOs are allowed, or you know, a little bit lenient on it, right, then we should allow implants or things to that nature, because implants itself are banned and prohibited. And if you do come in with implants, you won't be able to participate nor win a show, right? And we have many people out there who get implants and get harassed and bashed upon because we see them as like a cheater, you know. And so if Dave is saying that if SEOs are allowed, then I say implants should be allowed as well, right? Because this is a beauty show, this is a beauty pageant show, this is a bodybuilding show. If you don't care if people are injecting oils into your muscles, into their muscles, then you shouldn't care about implants. What's the difference between implants and oils? You know what I mean? I mean, they're completely different, don't get me wrong, but oils are oils, implants are implants. They're gonna stay there forever. Oils will stay there for a very long time, and it will cause muscle damage over time. But I find it absurd that he thinks it's like okay or like allowed, you know, in this in shows, and especially the top leagues like Mr. Olympia show and stuff like that. It should be prohibited. People who get caught with SEOs shouldn't be DQ necessarily. I would think that they should mark them down to last place just to keep the entertainment going, to keep the show going. Because if you were to remove people from the stage, people, the audience, the fans are going to be like, what's happening? Is everything okay? Is there a health scare? What's going on, right? Everybody's going to be freaking out. But at the end of the day, at the end of the show, once they see the scorecards, they could determine what happened. And, you know, it's obvious from there. Like, we had so many people in this year using synthol that they accomplished last place. They were marked down dramatically, and a lot of people are bashing them, you know, on YouTube, on the internet, because it shows that you're a cheater. It shows that you're not putting in the hard work. It shows that, you know, you don't have the loyalty or respect of other competitors, or of the show, or for the show, or for your fans, right? The fans, the audience thinks that, you know, this physique that you have acquired was built from hard work. But in reality, it was all oils and hard work, obviously, but it was the oils that enhanced everything, which is just absurd to go about, right? If you're a bodybuilder, if you're a real bodybuilder, you shouldn't be injecting oils, thinking about implants, or thinking of anything to that nature. A true bodybuilder will strive for better, greatness, will strive for the best of the best, and he or she will be the best of the best of him or herself, right? They won't need to inject oils to feel good about themselves, or to feel good in their own bodies, right? Or to stand out from the crowd. No, if you put in the hard work, consistent hard work, it will pay off. It will take some time. It may take a year, it may take a decade, it may not happen at all. But just be joyful of what you have, what you have done. And yeah, because a lot of people who have used synthol or escaline or whatever the case might be, they end up regretting it later in life. Like I said, Flex Wheeler injected escaline throughout his whole body, throughout his whole physique, in order to enhance his muscles. And yeah, I mean, as an elite bodybuilder, you know, and as a fan, and hearing that, now I'm kind of like stepping back a little bit on Flex Wheeler and how he went about bodybuilding and stuff like that. I mean, there's so much stuff in this bodybuilding industry. I forgot who said it, but they said that bodybuilding is not a competition of muscle or showcasing your physique. It's all about chemical warfare. And I have to agree. It is all about chemical warfare. But at the end of the day, sometimes people don't abuse all the drugs out there, all the, you know, chemicals out there. Some people actually put in the hard work and just take, you know, normal steroids, and they want to be the best of what they could do, you know, of what they could bring on the table. But yeah, they the IFBB, the top pro leagues should not allow this. It should be prohibited, and they should get in trouble, whomever uses SEOs, right? It doesn't matter if you get caught, if it looks, you know, suspicious. If you've been caught with SEOs, right, you should be DQ'd or marked down or placed in last place. Thanks for watching.
It is a sport of art. We're judging a piece of artwork on stage. If you can make your artwork look flawless, despite what you're using, whether it be performance-enhancing drugs, injections, whatever the case may be, if no one can tell and it flows well and it looks good, you're going to get away with it and you're going to be a champion. If it doesn't and you overdo it because you're an extremist, you're going to get called out for it, you know?